So here we are at the Magic Kingdom with the TMR Tours. We're going to check out some things, give you some fun facts, and check out some of the new rides. So let's have a look. Right here is the fire hall at Disney World. This was Disneyland. There'd actually be an apartment up there where Walt Disney himself would stay. And it's a fun fact, he would actually keep the light on so people would know he was in the park. So if workers would come into the park and see the lamp on, they know Walt was there that day. So if you're here at Disney World, however, there's offices, but down below, Sorcerer's of the Magic Kingdom playing card game. It's a really fun, interactive, collectible card game. So check it out if you have the time. So going down Main Street, there's a lot of fun windows that are actually homages to people that helped build the park. Up here above the confectionery, there's Roy O. Disney. Of course, Walt's brother. He really helped Walt create his dream. So he's also the reason why it's called Walt Disney World. Fun fact. Let's keep going. So a fun fact about the flags here on Main Street, they're actually not real American flags. Some of them are actually missing a stripe or some stars. A lot of them are actually only 48 stars. And that actually is so they don't have to hold up to regular flag laws. So they don't need to be taken down at night, they don't need to be lit, nor do they have to go at half-mast. Because if all these flags were half-mast and anything happened, it'd be pretty depressing. However, the Main Street flag in the center, as well as above the train station, those are true blue American flags. So those you might see at half-mast, but all the rest are fake flags, so they don't have to touch them. Also, all the flagpoles along Main Street are lightning rods. It's pretty cool because this is the lightning capital of the United States. So the most lightning strikes hit between Orlando and Tampa, as well as the most annual yearly lightning deaths. Fun fact for you guys, but here at Disney, you're safe because they got lightning rods everywhere, but they're usually hidden.
Hey guys, welcome to Main Street, USA. A few tips and tricks for you here to beat the heat and the crowds. When you get onto Main Street, head towards the Emporium. Fun fact, all the shops on the left side of the street connect through, so you can walk through all the shops and get all the air conditioning. The Emporium, one of the biggest shops in the park. You can find anything you want, shirts, plushies, holiday items. Let's keep going. Alright, we've made it through the Emporium. At the end of the Emporium is Casey's Dugout. Good American food, you get fries, hot dogs, anything you want, right on the end.
So the windows right here above Crystal Arts actually has a few of the false acronyms that Walt used to actually buy the property. One of the biggest one was MT Lot. It's kind of funny because it's empty lot. He bought an empty lot. It's kind of funny. There's also other ones up there like Bay Lake Towers as well as Reedy Creek Fire Department. So lots of history, lots of fun. Just along the windows of Main Street. Keep an eye out because it's like the credits for his own park. Now going across the street real quick, let's go. Lots of fun over here. Actually, there's a door that is an homage to all the workers. So let's just try to get through these people. Oh. Excuse me really quick, I'm just trying to jump up on the sidewalk. So outside of fashion and apparel, which is connected through the Emporium, we have the Magic Kingdom Casting Agency. This is actually an ode and a tribute to all the workers here at the Magic Kingdom. This is actually put in at every Main Street in every kingdom across the world. So this is in Paris, this is in Disneyland, all dedicated to the workers at Disney World, because it's a pretty thankless job And, you know, we need to give them a little credit sometimes. So here it is, every single one. 1971, because of course Magic Kingdom opened in 71. Then Disneyland has their own, and Disneyland Paris, and so forth. So thank you to everyone who helps us out. So here we have Roy E. Disney's window. It is actually Walt's nephew. He played a huge part in keeping the parks alive after his death. Of course, his brother was a big part, but his nephew was just as big. So really cool, fun facts here on Main Street. So right down the street from Roy E. Disney's window is iWorks and iWorks, Ub iWorks and Don iWorks. Not many people know the name Ub iWorks. He was actually Walt Disney's original partner back when Walt was trying to get his studio together. So before the Disney parks existed, he was doing Oswald the Rabbit and Mickey Mouse. But within that, he had the Alice cartoons, the first ever live action integrated with cartoons. So without Ub iWorks, the financing and producing, Walt Disney wouldn't be what it is today. So Ub iWorks was a huge part in creating not only the Disney legacy, but the whole production company as well as the parks. So remember that name, Ub iWorks. So much like the fire hall at Disneyland, Disney World has an homage to Walt himself. In his office, Walt E. Disney is written on the windows right behind me above the ice cream shop, because Walt loved himself some ice cream, as well as other artists from the original Disney clan. So you have people like the Sherman Brothers that are all depicted across the windows in Main Street. Sunshine Terrace, but on the side you'll notice a little orange bird. It's a cute little fellow. He was actually one of the first sponsors of Disney World when they first built here. So the orange bird was here for a good 20-30 years, and then they lost their licensing contract, but now he's back. So make sure you check out all the orange bird fun on the signs and merchandise. So all you wondering about what Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom was when I talked about it earlier, it is a free game that you actually link your Magic Band to or your key card, and essentially what you can do is battle all the villains around Magic Kingdom.
You already took care of Iago, and by took care of, I mean pummeled.
Get your spell cards, and then you gotta cast them against the villains. There we go. So here we are outside the Enchanted Tiki Room. This is actually an original attraction. It's been renovated a couple times, but it is actually the feature of the first audio animatronic, an A1 model. It actually was the first bird and or anything to move and voice at the same time. Granted, the mechanism was rather rudimentary, usually only doing 1 or 2 animations, but they did increase its capability by adding a bladder so it looks like the birds actually breathe as they sing. So really cool stuff. Let's check out the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh, what is this, senorita? My siestas are getting shorter and shorter.
Mon ami, I am always ready, as you say, to put on the show. In the tiki 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 room, in the tiki 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 room, all the birds sing work and the flowers bloom. In the tiki 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 room.
So here it is, the world-famous Pirates of the Caribbean ride. It is also popularly known because of the franchise of movies it created starring the one and only Johnny Depp. So if you want to see pirates and meet Captain Jack Sparrow himself, it's right here at Magic Kingdom.
Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow!
I am no chicken. I will have a
Pecos Bill, a huge counter service sit-down where you can actually get your food and sit down. They have a lot of seating. It's one of the favorites here at TMR, so check out Pecos Bill. So a fun fact about Splash Mountain, originally when it was built, it actually had a green roof. They found it was too hard to actually get landscapers up there and tend to the garden. So instead they came up with this plastic faux green roof that actually is mold resistant as well as dust resistant. Now they actually use it in the expansion in Norway and the mine train ride. And since then they even expanded further in the main square of Magic Kingdom and put it in the new gardens to view fireworks. So here we are inside the Splash Mountain store, the Briar Patch, if you will. One of my favorite rides and stores here. It's super immersive. However, it's based off of a film that you can't really find anymore. That's the interesting part. It's based on Song of the South, a little animation that was within the movie. It was banned when it originally came out, but you can still find it online now if you go to the Amazon, because you can find anything in the rainforest. So let's take a look at Splash Mountain.
You sort of make a fool of yourself, Red Man. You just throw my friend down and cut me down. He's stopping it. Say, Red Man, how about I take you to the line?
Hall of Presidents, one of the things that started it all. Not literally the Hall of Presidents, but talks with Mr. Lincoln. It was actually something commissioned from Walt Disney to do at a World's Fair, but it turned into what is now the Hall of Presidents. And soon, we'll see some Muppets in those upper windows, including Sam Eagle himself. So here in Liberty Square, you have an actual replica of the Liberty Bell itself. Looking down at the plaque, if you actually read this, you will see that it was molded from the exact same mold of the original Liberty Bell. Now they did have to add the crack, obviously, but it is a replica molded from the original mold, which is really cool. Also, if we go this way, you'll see in the street this awkward brick pattern. It goes from red to brown, and the brown stone goes all the way through. That actually represents the sewage that used to run through the street in colonial America, because there was no plumbing, so they used to just empty their chamber pots into the street. So this is actually a poo river, if you believe it, running through Liberty Square. Well, that this tree in Liberty Square actually has 13 lanterns to demonstrate the 13 colonies in colonial America. Here it is, the Haunted Mansion, world famous. Now it's a little different than the one in California. The California version is modeled in New Orleans style architecture. It is in New Orleans Square, so it makes sense. Also, people don't know that the one in California actually has an elevator for the stretching room to take you down inside. This one, however, the stretching room goes upward, so you're not actually moving whatsoever. Also, some other fun facts, if you don't know the backstory, the Haunted Mansion, the owner, Edward Gracie, actually had many wives to which he murdered. Great Disney story. But anyway, if you notice right over here, one of the original engagement rings of his wife used to be embedded in the concrete right here. You can see the patch. So it used to be there, not there anymore, because unfortunately we have some Disney fans that like to steal artifacts. So it's been filled in, and if you look in the new interactive queue, you can find the new ring somewhere in there. So keep an eye out.
doors creak and the tombstones quake.
So now that it's nighttime here at the Haunted Mansion, a really fun fact about the ballroom scene with all the ghosts. Now that ghost effect is as old as the 18th century, popularized in the 19th century during Phantasmagorium shows in Europe. Now Phantasmagorium was basically spiritual shows that use lighting, smoke, and projection. Now they aren't projected, but it's a really cool effect that really puts the seasoning on to spice up this attraction. So for all you magicians out there, you might know what I'm talking about. And another note in the ballroom scene, if you look at the very end of the table, you might find a hidden Mickey in the plates. So keep an eye out for all of that. We are in Tomorrowland, right by Space Mountain. So let's check out everything we got going on here. Star Command. Progress. It was shut down for quite some years. We wanted to do refurbishment, make it really nice and fresh. So let's check it out in its glory, all new.
For you and me, so there's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away.
So here we are at the TTA, the Tomorrowland Transportation Authority. It's called the People Mover, so you can look around Tomorrowland. It's really cool. This is like a miniature model of what Epcot could have been, but not quite in reality what it is. So the cool thing about the TTA is the original wet people mover, which would have been what cycled people in Epcot, when Epcot were an actual community, going from the outside residents into the center square. But unfortunately now we just have it as an omni people mover to look over the park. So now we are in Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom, one of my favorite areas next to Adventureland, but this is real great. You have a lot of dark rides, some of my favorite style entertainment here at Disney. You have Peter Pan's Flight, you have Winnie the Pooh ride, as well as Small World, the original ride that started it all, kind of Small World, started at a World's Fair and then brought to Disney. So just a lot of cool stuff to see, including the new Fantasyland. So let's check it out.
Here we are at Cinderella's Fountain. It's right behind the castle. If you look closely enough, Cinderella's wearing her peasant dress, but the fountain behind her is painted with a crown. So it looks like she is always crowned as the princess that she was meant to be.
I almost fell out of my perch. Well, that's it for the Magic Kingdom, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some info. We went day to night, night to day. So hopefully you enjoyed it, learned some stuff, and we'll see you next time on TMR Tours.